He is a tall, thin, humanoid creature with mummified skin and sirens on his head. And the sirens make many different sounds. Sometimes it yells out different words, sometimes it's just white noise, sometimes it spouts out random radio conversations, but any noise it makes, it's extremely loud and actually damages people's hearing. Now, in my research, a lot of the sounds that I've heard it make is the sound of like a tornado siren. And if you've ever heard that sound, it is so scary and daunting. Let me just play you an example of a tornado siren. Now imagine that noise coming out of Siren Head. Oh no, thank you. His head seems to be the only robotic part of him, and the rest of his body is organic veins and old skin, and there's even some wires wrapped up in there. And that's why people say he's like half creature and half siren. Now, Siren Head is also thought to have a tape recorder embedded somewhere in his body, and he has this so he can capture the sounds that his victims make. So as they're screaming and running away from him, he actually records that and then replays it to people as bait. He can also mimic the voices of your family members, of your friends to lure you in. So you can be standing outside and you can hear your mom calling your name, and as you go closer you realize it's actually Siren Head and not your mom. Now, Siren Head's appearance actually changes depending on who's looking at him. Despite its lack of eyes, it can still see, and it also has the ability to manipulate technology by playing sounds through other devices. And it spends most of its time standing still, but it has the ability to move very fast. And it's completely silent when it moves, like you will not hear a peep coming from it. He appears differently to everybody, so sometimes he can look like a lamppost, sometimes he can look like a tree, sometimes he can look like a literal PA system. Now, here's the very disturbing thing. Victims of Siren Head have apparently been found with their eyes and eardrums bleeding. And like I said, that's because the noises that come from his sirens are so loud that it will literally make any part of you like explode. Weapons do not normally work on this beast, and it has almost never been spotted in large populated areas. Its motives are currently unknown, and they might be completely alien to us. So you're not gonna find Siren Head in like a busy town. Like for me in Toronto, you would never find Siren Head. But if you're out in the forest, if you're out in a small town, if you're out in a field, he might be there. People say to be warned if you ever see an out of place street light or street lamp that it might actually be him. For example, if you're hiking and you see a street lamp in the middle of like a forest, that's probably Siren Head.